Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. I wanted to show you guys something that's been just brewing for the last, it seems like, few weeks. People are seeming to love this thing, man. Fucking Vortex. This TG bot is seeming to be people's favorites in the bundle world. And there's a few different things that's happened with this particular ecosystem that I want to point out. In the last video, I went over things such as how to basically use this thing for your discretion, and uh, this thing has a lot of different cool features to it. It actually even has the ability to snipe other coins beyond yourself by simply going create a new project and going to create CTO here, which is absolutely phenomenal. I wanted to take the time though today to really just dive into some of the positive results that some people are actually experiencing currently using this particular this bot. What we'll do today is we'll go over some P&L cards some of my students are using with this particular bot. Sure that. We'll even dive into some videos to show people cooking up, literally around the world with this bot, man. It's absolutely phenomenal. Of course, I've said my pros and cons with it, so you guys are aware of what the cons are. If you aren't, then please check out that first video that I put out. Um, but what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to dive into a little bit of um, the Discord, specifically when it comes to my Discord. I want to dive into what exactly this is happening, behind the scenes. Are they able to be transparent with the people? Are people cooking on it? What is some of the things that uh, people are experiencing on the offside of trading, right? So let me go ahead and just go real quick, share my screen, and we're going to go into Discord, right? And let's just see exactly what they got to offer. Boom. So as you can see right here, we're in my Discord here, and this is showing some of the student P&Ls for the day. So as you can see, guys, besides it being Vortex, the students are just cooking significantly. Today we have cooks from 51% profits, 215% profits, guys. And nowhere in DeFi are you going to be able to come home with that much money and it be legal. So if you're not already joining my one-on-one courses, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but guys are printing here. 104%, 78% profits, 261% profits. The list goes on and on. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to explain to you guys a little bit about what my experiences are, using this bot and what I think that will be the future of this thing too. I actually had a discussion with the CEO within my Discord. I like to be very in touch with the team and the CEOs that are basically giving us as much as they can to be able to cook, right, to be able to profit. So I was having a discussion with that particular team member. His name is BH. He's the coder or developer, as they say on the team, one of the head guys over there at Vortex. And from what I was understanding is that there's a couple different updates that I want to give you guys an update on. Let's again go back to the screen real quick just to show you what that's all about. So here we are. When it comes down to it, they are basically for mixing the funds, distributing to different wallets, just so that way, when the funds get distributed within to your actual wallets, they don't come off as inside wallets or things that are attached as red flags in certain trading platforms. This is basically the screenshot right here is showing us the distribution of wallets, of course, how it was transferred with USDC. Then it goes into exchange. Things are tracked, goes back to a dead wallet, back to the wallet. So everything is happening behind the scenes once you fund one particular source in this particular Telegram ecosystem. I find that to be pretty cool. I don't know about you, but I find that to be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, guys are cooking here, and they're doing a pretty good job at doing it just with that. Now, what I want to also do is, besides the numbers, right, that we're seeing with the numbers, I want to dive into a little bit of the ecosystem itself. People that are literally and generally on YouTube itself right now, from channels to channels to different creators, that are shilling this particular bot, and I want to just kind of give my own personal review as well on that. Furthermore, so let me jump right into that real quick. Right. So, this is some of the content that I found online when it comes to specifically Vortex. Now, um, I just want to kind of dive into some short content here. I'm trying to also out a new format in my channel here just to see if you guys take these in a little differently. What we're going to do is we're going to go through and flip through a few different short contents that specifically in regards to Vortex itself. I want to be able to make just a honest, just non-biased comment of everything while we're kind of like viewing it. So let's do that real quick just so we can have, and I'll just talk in the background just so you guys can understand what's maybe LARP, live action role play, what's real. And then also, again, if you guys want to be able to permit this stuff and not any type of fake bullshit, I'm here to kind of be the moderator of, so to speak, of what's going to help you and what's not going to help you, because some of this shit really honestly online is bullshit. But let's look online and see what's going on, guys. All right. So what we're seeing here is, I want to just stop it here. What we have is literally obviously these guys that are trying to bring people into crypto here by essentially giving you large profits and then showing you a screen. Before we get into things, once you start bundling over and over, you're gonna honestly notice things that may have made sense to you. The first thing first is, let's just kind of like check back here. You see the first part right here where this green wick comes in, that's obviously where the bundle happens, right? I want to be able to first of all kind of just like walk you through this in a way where not only will you get it and understand it, but also like you can start understanding also just charts, candle wicks, and how the charts and certain things what they do. If you're very new to this, you might not know how things are operated. So if I kind of walk you through it, hopefully you have a better picture of understanding how things operate, so that way furthermore you can make profit. So what's happening here is you have essentially a person that comes in with a bundle. This is what that large green candle is, right? And then what happens is this red candle symbolizes basically probably a dev sell. The dev probably sold here. Now, this is the thing, right? Um I can't really tell because we're not seeing the charts, but in this particular setup, we may be seeing, well, actually, you know what? Let me look at the bottom real quick just to hear. Uh, Gotcha. So what we're probably looking at is a 1 second candlestick. And the reason why I think it's a 1 second candlestick is because below here in this legend, it gives us some numerical information here. That's kind of spread part. I'm not sure you can see that right there. But pardon me. What happens here, right, is this information is telling us that every second there's data that's happening. So boom, bundle comes in, right? Once the bundle comes in, it goes ahead and sells the dev wallet. From that point on, there becomes a generational volume. Now, theoretically speaking, to be completely frank and honest with you, what we see here does not look like a very healthy chart at all. To be completely frank, it does not look healthy. It does not look at all like it's profitable. And you need to be aware about LARP shit, because LARP is like basically showing you profits and then you expecting there to be some type of profit after doing the same thing. But in reality, if you look at the numbers here, what could have probably happened here, right, is if we can look at, like, for example, this green big line here, this is definitely a big buy. And if that person right here essentially bought within this spot right here, um and you're essentially seeing a cumulative amount of volume being generated, essentially means this person is thinking to themselves, oh, maybe this large market cap rise up is organic or whatever it may be. I'm going to stick in for a ride and hold. And with that being said, you're going to see a couple other small little green large lines that come in here, such as right here, a little bit lower, the one right here, and there's another one down there. And I only may mention this because these are potentially actually real wallet buys that come into the contract that are essentially being disguised by a number of other wallets that are bundling in. Now, let's just be real, right? This particular bundler, when we're going to talk about Vortex, Vortex is specifically a bundler that is going to work with you when it comes to bundling. So it does not at the moment have the ability to do this, like, uh, just buildup of nature, so to speak, right? It doesn't do volume, so just be aware of that if you are thinking using this. Then you will have to use another source to be able to generate volume of that magnitude. And honestly, there's so many different ways to generate volume, right? We'll go into this in detail later, but there's so many different ways to generate volume, either fake volume and or real volume. Either way, I can show you how to do both of them. And honestly, to do both of them for pretty cheap as well, that too. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the next one. Okay, so basically, this guy just launched this token. He's got about 2,000 or, well, no, 11 says he has 11, $12 in his final model. Yeah, he launched a token. He launched it. Okay. This is how to pull a rug 2,000 about 15 minutes. Okay. So he made 2K, but it's basically in 15 minutes. Let me just push play. I know you guys can't hear what's going on in the audio. I'm going to kind of replay back what he's saying just so you guys can have a better perspective of what's going on here, right? So he says now you just have to wait for buyers. Then you see a situation where it just cuts and then there's basically a line going up. What we're obviously seeing here is some type of generate volume. Again, this is a lot by buying a position in is one thing, which is you're going to see that large green candle. It could be multiple different wallets that came at once. Even on the same block, hell, just of course so you don't get front ran or you don't get sandwiched. But however, the actual volume of what you're seeing kind of going up here is completely done on another type of separate entity. Just be aware of that. But I'll continue. So it looks like he's actually using, particularly in this case, meme tools as he went back to the other one. But let's jump into it and see what's going on more. I'm gonna actually open this up too for the more so I can get some more videos of this guy. Let's see here. So as you can see, they just rugged the coin there. Now, what it looks like we have here is a person that's saying that they run for 2,000. So let's go ahead and continue push play and see exactly what we got going on. So, in this video, it's hashtag rug pull actually, where essentially he launches a coin, generates volume to it, brings in buyers, and then from that point on, the buyers essentially uh, stay in the contract here, right? And that's something that honestly would be a lovable situation, but a lot of times these bots come in, and again, this could be a little LARP, but a lot of times these bots come in and they leave just as much as the earliest 10, maybe 20 or 30% profit. So if you plan on basically just dropping bundles in, providing like a line up, and then expecting to always profit, that's just not how it's going to work. And it looks lovely on these short form videos. Completely looks lovely, but it's not always the real behind the scenes. I'm just being honest with you, okay? Uh, anyways, this guy has a channel called Crypto Secrets. I guess we have multiple videos here too. So yeah, I can look into some of this here to see if there anything is LARP, but let's just stick with the short form content, so to speak, right? Continue on here. So this guy made them. So in this, basically, he bundles, then he uses a volume bot and tricking people. Again, it's about bringing in volume to the coin to essentially make it so that people feel like it's a good purchase. Uh, Dev rug. This is titled Dev rug pulled a meme coin for a $3 million profit. Wow. Let's see if this is LARP or not. I'm gonna continue to push play and see what it gives us. So again, this is one of those plays where they're telling you, hey, easily just bundle in and run a volume bot, and that's it. And I mean, I wish it was that simple. I'm here to really just be that guy that be like, look, everyone that's giving these short form LARP content, it's great, it looks good, but you need a little bit more education. You need a little bit more education. You need a little bit more sense of what, when, and how. Because honestly, it's looking like Disneyland out here on these vertical streets. I'm gonna continue on and let's see what else we got. All right. So let me go ahead and just go back to some more shit here so we can just kind of tie this up because a lot of this vertical content is again LARP. But I want to go back into what we're here for, guys, which is again specifically to talk about um, Vortex, and how Vortex is essentially changing lives and basically printing non fucking stop. So, I got Vortex on my screen, guys, and what I want you to do is when you get a chance right now, go to the link up below. It'll do you a favor, and we can get you in here so that way you can start using it. I guess one of the great things about using Vortex here is that you don't have to invest so much money up front, right? You don't have to invest the money up front to, see if it's something that you like or not. You can literally, with $100, if you wanted to, with $100 bundle. It's that simple. Is it really bundling with $100? Maybe not, but I mean, hey, you can use the software with literally low amounts of investments, which is phenomenal. So that's something to be aware of. The second thing to be aware of is it gives you the ability to literally jump in without having to worry about also investing into nodes or investing into virtual private servers. So here you are with a mobile like thing in your hand that's connected to Telegram that literally can create a meme at any point, anytime, anywhere, on go when it comes down to it. By the way, and it's real simple. I mean, to use. By the way, you have the ability to essentially create a coin. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of give you a little simple walkthrough just so you guys can see it. Simply create a coin here. From that point on, you can go ahead and go to token metadata. It will ask you to put your name, symbol, description of the coin, Twitter, Telegram, website information, and then image, of course. Or you can simply just go to clone metadata, right, and then just throw in a CA address, and you'll be good to go. But yeah, from that point on, all the information will be saved in your project launches, and you can have the ability to either just launch, which is essentially like basically using the dev wallet to launch the project with no bundles, or you could launch with bundle, which essentially is again launching the project at the exact same time as you bundle, or you can launch Insight, which is basically great if you're taking over a completely project that you didn't even do yourself. But I mean, again, that's on the other side. With this right here is what you want to basically drop a bundle on a snipe. That means essentially the dev wallet comes in. After the dev wallet comes in, you can snipe the contract up with all the wallets after whatever block. It's like a manual buy-in with multiple wallets. Um, and the swap manager is by far pretty awesome. It's good to have all this in front of your fingertips where you can literally sell right here. And of course, if you get wallets available, then boom, you'll be able to sell. But you can sell. You can have percentages set up there. Along with it's either going to be sell all or you're going to be sell all or no dev. With that being said, you have the ability to have either worth of soul. I mean, there's a lot of options behind the scenes here when it comes to specifically the swap manager, just to kind of give you a little leverage with your actual wallet management. Beyond that, of course, you have the project wallets there. This will get you right into creating your wallets and also creating the dev wallet, which is the creator. In this particular case, this ecosystem called the dev, the creator. But yeah, with that being said, I mean, you could bump launches, you could spam launches, and you could do all this just like you were seeing on those previous videos that I was just showing. But the only difference is that this time you should do it with a person that actually knows what they're fucking doing and not having any type of LARPs. So if you want to be able to print money and do it honestly efficiently to the point where you're making, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 soul without a problem. The only way to really do that is if you fully dive into my training, into my Bundler Academy, and really get a sense of a lot of the behind the scenes things that people aren't really saying on YouTube. Honestly, I've even been to a situation where I was just doing my homework and I was looking at a particular YouTuber's channel, and I got interested to see what he was offering because I'm a person that likes to learn as much as possible. I'm a student myself, right? I'm dead ass a student myself. But basically, what I did is I was like, you know what? I want to see if others are, more educated than me when it comes to some of the things that are happening with deploys, and regardless of how diabolical you are, there's got to be some, reasoning to the madness, so to speak, right? So let me just jump into their ecosystem. I'll pay whatever their, academy or course is, or whatever it may be, or membership is, and I'll learn. I'll be in the trenches with them, and I've done that several times, just to further my education, and to be completely frank and honest with you, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised because a lot of times I jump into these other courses just to find out. Like, first of all, they're not having. I mean, like, respectfully, I'm not saying any names, but they don't have, the type of shit that I got. As far as the type of shit that you get from like Morpheus in the Matrix. Like, he's sitting down, literally giving you the whole entire game. You're in the dojo, kicking, boxing with him before you get it out there into the real Matrix type shit. And this is what it is. But what I want to do again is just real quick. I don't want to be like, boastful. I'm really excited and happy about what the students are doing behind the scenes, but I really want to show you again the student P&L of what the Vortex guys are really doing on a daily basis when it comes to specifically, fucking meme tool. I mean, sorry, fucking tool, fucking Vortex. So yeah, let me do that real quick. Let me go ahead and add the stage again. We'll stop the share real quick, and I will bring to the fucking stage again here, and the P&Ls, because you guys need to see these things. These are impressive right here. Boom. So as you can see, guys, right here, this is some of the P&Ls again from today. We have some astronomical numbers. Imagine this shit is actually being cooking right now in front of our face. Literally off a TG bot, off a fucking TG bot, guys. A TG bot, a Telegram bot. It's crazy. It's crazy. If you guys need one-on-one help too, I'm also available to walk you through it on a deploy. There's so many different ways we find different brands of, tokens to drop. And it's just not just like finding a random coin that you simply visually like and say, oh yeah, let me go with this, let me clone this. No, I have literally case studies on case studies behind things to show you how and why and when to use your bundler to its full power, its full discretion, to literally bring green numbers to the case. I mean, these guys are printing 30, 50, 60 SOL. We started one day, they're starting off with 5, 10, 15, 20, and next thing you know it, these guys are just on a diabolical mission on their own, daily, printing out great numbers, as you can see here. Up to 12 to 14, 15 solar profits, all happening behind the scenes in my Discord. So, this is why I'm saying you guys definitely got to jump in, especially when it comes to Vortex. I'll put a link in the description if you guys are interested in it. If you have questions with it, reach out to me in my Discord. If you do use it, I'll be more than happy to give you some more training on it, some education, digital courses that I have set aside for all my members. I want you to really realize that this is the future of shit, honestly. And, as long as these guys keep their security good and people are continuing to print, then people are going to continue to roll to these free tools, because essentially, even though it does have its pros and cons, people are going to go to them because time is money, money is time, and sometimes people would rather just buy small positions and investments and try to see and make bigger capitals of what they have. And honestly, Vortex is seeming to be the play that is currently doing that right now, which is absolutely fucking phenomenal, guys. So with that being said, not financial advice. It's not financial advice, of course. I'm simply a guy on YouTube that is showing you these astronomical gains with this particular software that literally is heaven sent, it seems like to me. All right. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me, Discord DM. I will never DM you. I will never ask you to close a ticket. I recommend you opening tickets just because it shows that I am who I am, And there's a lot of copycats out there. I don't want you guys to get scammed or, all that shit. So, yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoy your day, and thank you so much for listening to me today. And you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. If you need questions, again, reach out to me, and I'll be here to ask. All right, or I'll be here to answer. All right, thank you so much, guys. Talk to you soon. Ciao.